Choosing the best investment for you can sometimes feel like you're in a minefield with so many options to choose from and sometimes only a limited number being offered to you. So many options, so many promises, so much risk, you can understand why investors choose to go for the safe options: ISAs, premium bonds, building society accounts, regulated, managed portfolios, easy, safe, low returns. On the other side of the fence, for a greater risk, there are many alternative investments out there: oil, carbon credits, forex trading, forestry in Costa Rica, storage units across the UK, foreign exchange, car park spaces, overseas property development, maybe in Germany, Spain, Cape Verde, Turkey, USA, and many, many more. The problem is that we've all heard the horror stories: the high risks, high entry costs, the highly projected returns, the small print in the legal paperwork with the guaranteed return and no defined exit strategies. Well, if you want a low entry cost, a great return, very low or little risk, know exactly what your return will be, and over a fixed, defined period, then this is an option you really do need to listen to. Investing in Crystal Investment Holdings Limited will inevitably maximize your return and minimize your risk. Now, I'm always on the lookout for investments that will go up rather than down, and this one will deliver just that. You're investing in a global growth industry. You'll receive a fixed return of 7% per annum, and with most projects, the income basis is protected by the UK government, which is a AAA-rated contract, and this will attract investors from around the world. Oh, not forgetting the fixed 10-year contract and the first and only charge on the assets. This, everyone, is the corporate bond of the 21st century. Within the corporate bond, you may have options to diversify between projects and investments, but in this scenario, we're going to focus on just one investment. Yes, we're talking about the renewable energy market, wind turbines. They are all industry-leading, state-of-the-art, precision manufactured, insured and installed at one of many sites throughout the UK. We are tapping into the trend for commercial and business energy needs, whilst the government plans to rapidly accelerate wind energy generation from the 3.94% contributions in 2012 to 15% by 2020 as the government takes steps to reduce costly energy imports. The government feels that tax incentives coupled with conducive environment will rapidly accelerate wind energy, which it has and continues to do. As an ethical investment, we're also working towards the UK and EU targets for reductions in carbon emissions to meet the 80% reduction by 2050, in line with the 2008 Climate Change Act. Well, wind energy offers many advantages, which is why it's the fastest growing energy source in the world. It's a clean fuel source. Wind energy doesn't pollute the air like power plants that rely on combustion of fossil fuels, such as coal or natural gas. Wind turbines don't produce atmospheric emissions that cause acid rain or greenhouse gases. Wind energy is a domestic source of energy. The nation's wind supply is abundant. Over the past 10 years, cumulative wind power capacity in the United States increased an average of 30% per year, outpacing the 28% growth rate in worldwide capacity, and the UK not far behind. It's sustainable. Wind is actually a form of solar energy. Winds are caused by the heating of the atmosphere by the sun, the rotation of the Earth, and the Earth's surface irregularities. For as long as the sun shines and the wind blows, the energy produced can be harnessed to send power across the grid. Wind power is cost-effective. It's one of the lowest priced renewable energy technologies available today, costing between 4 and 6 cents per kilowatt hour, depending upon the wind resource and project financing of the particular project. Wind turbines can be built pretty much anywhere. This greatly benefits the economy in rural areas where most of the best wind sites are found. Farmers and ranchers can continue to work the land because the wind turbines use only a fraction of the land. Wind power plant owners make rent payments to the farmer or rancher for the use of the land, providing land owners with additional income. Now, the most important thing to remember is that when you invest in Crystal Investment Holdings, you get a bond certificate, a legally binding document produced by one of the UK's leading law firms, which entitles you to 10 years investment at 7% fixed return, then the return of capital. What else can compete with this? Ask yourself, what returns are you currently getting? You can even visit the place you are investing in. Touch it, feel it, see it for yourself. All UK-based though, none of this heart-sinking uncertainty so common in some off-plan speculative developments. Crystal Investment Holdings don't rely on tenants or the consumer having to purchase something for investors to receive their return. They simply sit back and benefit from our windy nation, providing a hands-off investment with a fixed return and fixed exit plan. So let's look at the numbers for a moment. A low entry level of £1,000 for cash or pension investors, a fixed 7% return per annum, a fixed exit strategy at the end of or before year 10, a AAA rated company contract from the UK government, and first charge on the asset. That's 56% return on the investment over the term. Now, that's what we call a great return. If your circumstances change or there's need to get out of the investment before the 10 years, Crystal will buy back the bond and return your capital before the end term of the bond. And that gives a completely risk-free investment opportunity. It's also worth saying that historically wind has never stopped in the UK, and with it being the windiest country in Europe, it provides a sound investment choice. For more information, please go to www.crystalinvestmentholdings.co.uk or contact the office on 0191 580 0607 for a free brochure. Be smart and invest in Crystal Investment Holdings for a brighter, cleaner, more profitable future.